Hi, I'm James. Welcome to June Lake Productions, the Voice Over Beginner Series. First, I wanted to start off with a little bit of background on me. I retired from the Navy in 2016, and I've been a musician for many years, singer and songwriter and such in various bands. And so I had a home studio, and I wanted to find ways to make a living from home. Well, in my research, I discovered voiceovers. And I got really excited. And the more I looked into doing voiceover work, the more excited I got. So if this is you, great. You're in the right place. Long story short, I'm now a full-time voiceover artist, and I'm really loving it. I'm having a blast, and I want to share that all with you guys. I found out along the way that the more excited I got, the more I talked about it with my friends, the more excited they got, and the more curious they got, which is great. They started asking more questions, though, like, what do I need? How did you get started? Where do I find the work? Things like that. Well, I wanted to help out my friends, and I figured others might want to get some information from someone who got in the trenches recently and find out what it's like from the start. So I started up this channel to help them and you, my new friends. My plan is to make short videos that both chronicle what it's been like and is like starting off in voiceovers. And I want to show you as much as I can, including mistakes I've made and still sometimes make, and what I'm doing to fix them and the various resources that I've found. We can share all these resources and information and do this together. So our first video here is a bit of an introduction, obviously, and I want to give you 3 quick things that you need to think about or do to start off in voiceover. First thing, out of the box, is you have some homework. Don't worry, it's easy. For the next few days, and believe me, once you start, it's kind of hard to turn it off, I want you to make a list of the various places where you hear voices. Why? Because that's voiceover. That's what we're doing. And that's where you find the work. Radio and TV commercials, YouTube, podcasts, audiobooks, e-learning, voicemail systems. The list really is big and growing daily, as we'll talk about in the future a bit. Number 2, I want you to realize that it's way more cost-effective and efficient to have a home studio and know how to use it. The reason I say that is you're going to be doing a lot of recording, and to book a professional studio gets expensive. You can, of course, go out and make deals with local studios and try to get consistent lower rates from them because of how often you use it, but it's going to be way more efficient time-wise for you to see an audition become available and be able to walk into your studio there at your house or pull out your recording equipment and hide in the closet, as we'll discuss later, and record your audition on the spot and send that out, because the competition is there. You're going to be up against a lot of people, and time matters. So if you've got to call a studio, try to book a time to meet the guy, drive over there, set up his recording stuff, record it, edit it, turn back around and bring it home before you can upload your audition or send your audition off, that's really time consuming and probably way more expensive because you're just auditioning. You haven't got the job yet. So that means that you haven't made any money on it yet. So we'll talk about all that stuff later. So just realize that it's going to be way better for you to have a home studio where you can do your work from. Last, number 3, I want you to realize that the real work of voiceover, the most time-consuming part of voiceover work, is actually in the editing portion of it, not in the recording, the talking. That's the easy part, if you ask me, or easier part, or at least the least time consuming of the matters. Some professionals that I've heard of out there and watched their videos and learned about what they're doing, they've got a system down and a setup where just to give you an example, for every hour of recorded audio that you hear, say on an audiobook, that professional spent somewhere in the range of 3 to 6 hours editing that. So realize that a lot of the work you're going to be doing is editing, hours of editing, depending on the types of things that you're producing and the type of voiceover work that you want to get into and how good your room is. As you can hear in my studio, I got cars driving by and dogs barking and lawnmowers going off. None of that shows up in my recordings because the magic of editing. So at any rate, those are the first 3 things I want you to do getting started, or to think about getting started. First, go figure out where everybody is using their voice, whether it be YouTube or ads or everywhere that you hear a voice, radio, TV, etc. Second, I want you to realize that you're going to want a home studio. You're going to need a home studio. It will make your life way easier. And third, I want you to realize that editing is the real monster in the closet when it comes to voiceover work. So in future videos, I hope to go into much, much more. And basically, I want to walk you step by step through exactly how I got started, which will hopefully be exactly how you can get started, and what you need to do as far as setting up, recording, editing, finding the work, how do you audition, all those things. Not to mention the most important thing, I want this to be interactive. I care about what you guys want to know about. I started the channel to answer questions, so send them on in. Do me a favor, go down there and like and share and comment and leave me a question down there, and let's see if we can work this all out together. I'll see you guys next time. Till then, dive in, do something you love. Bye.